I have been wanting to do a video regarding a wrestling figure for a while now. Of course, you've seen the back of me right here. I love professional wrestling. I'll admit, it could be an obsession at times, but I was waiting for the correct figure to come out, or the correct figures to be used, so that I can actually do a proper video of them. And fortunately, that video is now going to be happening. So welcome back to a new overview video. And today we are going to be looking at, if again, oh, there it is. All right. So this right here is the Jazwares Revolt exclusive Ring of Honor Jerry Lynn and Nigel McGuinness 2-pack. So this is based off of their match from, I believe, Death Before Dishonor, I believe. I know Super Card of Honor is the show that Jerry Lynn actually beats Nigel for the ROH title. Super Card of Honor 2009, I believe. That's the show. But before I actually get into this, I actually want to give a little, I guess I could say like a little bit of a little discussion. I want to like give it out to more, but I want to do this as a future video later on, not just just constantly talking about it, but like Jazz Revolts, Mattel Creations, Hasbro Pulse. Not a fan of them. I think if you're a company and you're making, if you're a company and you're trying to make online exclusive figures, I think is a very dumb move. I think it's something that you really shouldn't be doing, honestly. But who am I to judge? I'm just a consumer, pretty much. But recently just got this in the mail. By the time this video comes out, I'm either the first or one of the first people to do a video on this. I know there are already pictures out already from people on Instagram and everything, but yeah, I'm very happy that I actually own this. That I own this and everything. So it does come in this brown shipper right here. You have both Jerry Lynn and Nigel McGuinness on the front. It says Nigel McGuinness versus Jerry Lynn right here. It has the Ring of Honor logo and the Jazwares. And basically uh, the pictures are pretty much just the exact same thing. Then you open the shipper right here. And inside is the figures. And right here it does say one of 4,000 right here. The glare is pretty big, but yeah, and it also does include about seven pieces right here. Same thing. This looks like proper pictures as opposed to like artwork. But yeah, pretty much just the same stuff. This is number 8 of these right here. And so you open this, and voila, there are the figures themselves, looking really nice right here. Also, again, there's a glare on my thing. And the back is pretty much just the exact same stuff. So I'm going to be opening this real quick, and then I'll get to talking about the figures. Okay, and I just want to say real quick, if there's a glare on the video, I am very sorry. I need to get my phone fixed or get my phone replaced soon, because yeah, there's like a big ass glare when I have the camera facing me right here. But if I have it facing the other side, then there wouldn't be a glare at all. But um, finally, finally, uh, we got these figures out. I'm gonna start with Nigel first. I think he's gonna be I wouldn't want to say the forgotten one of the set, but I think he's gonna be like a one everyone's gonna sleep on a little bit, which is a shame because I actually think the figure itself is pretty decent. So I know that there is a Figures Toy Company release of Nigel McGuinness, but this one blows that one out of the water. This one is so much better. Um, I really like the head sculpt that they use. It's very sneering, very cocky, very much, and you have like the little points in the hair, which I like. Very old, very reminiscent of like Johnny Rotten, I believe, of the Sex Pistols, which is, you know, hilarious for me to make that comparison because it's also a UK punk band. But he uses his body mold's weird, so he's using the John Moxley body mold, but he's using the MJF legs, which I think it kind of works for him. Like his physique was never like was crazy, but it was also not like flabby or anything. Like he was like in good shape, but I do like the U the Union Jack logos and everything. And I do like the little Burberry-ish looking thing to it. I have a loose ankle on this side, but this side's just okay. And I have not actually gotten a lot of I know these figures, a lot of these Jazzware figures have been getting a lot of issues as far as stainings go, but this isn't bad. There's not any bad staining yet. Um, but yeah, I think the figure is pretty decent. I do think the head sculpt does look really good. I do think the points should be a little more shouldn't be as um rubbery because you can I can like if you yeah you see that right there. These are really rubber, but these ones are not really. But in my opinion, the star of the set for sure is former ECW World Champion as well and former ROH World Champion Jerry Lynn. Oh my God, this has to be a top 10 or a top 5 or even top 3 head sculpts Jazwares has ever done for this for the Ring of Honor line or just the AEW line in general because it looks okay. Okay, can't really focus, but it looks so much like Jerry Lynn. It's like it's kind of unreal. It's kind of creepy a little bit, but but yeah. This one though, I do have a bit of staining on right here. There is a bit of staining, but overall the figure I think is pretty decent. This is probably the like I said, this will perhaps be the star of the set for anybody wanting to complete for anyone who is a like ECW person, they want to complete their ECW shelf, or someone who is a Ring of Honor fan as well. I do know Jerry Lynn did have several runs in ROH before his ROH World Title run, uh, but I do know that I still need to catch up on a lot of original Ring of Honor. Um, but I really do like this figure right here. The hips are a little strange, but you know I don't mind that honestly. I do like the logos. There's Jerry Lynn's ass right there, and then there's some like death metal ish logos right here. I like the look for the boots, but now that I've shown off the figures at least, let me go ahead and show off the accessories. All right. So like you saw on the figure, just by itself, and of course in the packaging, he does come with two sets of hands. So he comes with the gripping hands, and then he comes with these metal hands right here, which I do think are really cool, like really unique right here. And the only other accessory that Jerry Lynn comes with is a shirt, and the shirt is really oh my god, I'm trying to is Velcro. It has a really nice material to it, and it has this like very death metal look to it right here. It says Jerry at the top. It says Jerry Lynn. I know I do know he used to do that when he was in ECW. He'd be like, "I'm Jerry Lynn." It was just like kind of cringe, honestly, but that was kind of funny. But it does have Velcro in the back, right here. It does have a bit of a better material from the John Moxley one from Series 4, I believe, of the Unrivaled line. But we have that. And then for Nigel's accessories, he doesn't come with much, actually. He does come with more than Jerry does, but he does come with two gripping hands right here. So this is the other one. This is for the right hand. And as you saw, not only in the packaging, but also like on the figure when I showed it off earlier, he does come with a peace sign one, which I know in the UK, I believe in Europe and in the UK, is like a up yours, you know, like up your ass pretty much type of sign. I could be wrong on that, but mine got hella bent in the mine got hella bent when it was in the packaging. But he does come with some other items. He comes with a really nice jacket. I do love the material that they use. It's kind of like this like fauxish leather type material, which I really like. And it has the Union Jack logo as well, and also this like orange right here. And then he also comes with a T-shirt as well. This one is a this one says Ring of Honor. Like I'm trying to put a little close. You can't really see it that well, but it does say Ring of Honor, and it says Nigel McGuinness, and looks like the Guinness beer logo right here. My favorite type of beer. And the last thing, last accessory, which is probably the most important part of the set, is a first time release, a second time release actually. Figures Toy Company did release one as well, but the first release of the modern era Ring of Honor World Championship looks really nice. I do like the silver that they use for the belt. I am a bit disappointed though that this is the new one and not the classic ROH World Title. I do know, that the figures, I believe, no, not the figures. I do know that they can't, that they don't own the copyright to be able to make the titles or be able to sell replicas. I believe as well when ROH started selling replicas, they actually got sued for it. I believe, which is from what I've heard, but it is a shame that we can't get the classic ROH World Title or like the classic Pure Title or even or like the 2005 ROH World Tag Titles, the ones that like the Briscoes held, the ones that like El Generico and Steen held, one of the first belts that the Young Bucks held when they first became champions, the one that Tyler, the Age of the Fall, held. But I do like the quality. I do like the feel of it. I actually like the quality of the belt here. I think it feels a lot better, a lot nicer than the some of the belts that they have been releasing. But you can fit this around the waist of Nigel. It is very difficult to like somewhat put it around his. There you go. So you could put it around his waist, and you could even do. I know he did this with this belt with the world title and with the pure title, but he'll like have it. He would have the belt like kind of like this in reverse, which I do think is kind of cool. And then as far as Jerry Lynn goes, you can wrap the belt around his waist. His actually fits a lot. Ugh. There you go. So it fits him actually a whole lot better than it does fit Nigel McGuinness. But yeah, this is a really nice belt right here. You like I say, you do get a decent amount of accessories and everything. As far as the articulation goes, like I said, I'm not always gonna go through the articulation for these, but I will say that this figure does use the Kenny Omega body, or like I think it's the Kenny Omega body or the CM Punk body. I'm not sure which one it is, but this one has a much better, a lot better of a diaphragm joint than Nigel, because like I said, because Nigel uses the John Moxley one. His is okay, but it's not that great. And also, like I said, like on mine, the right foot is very loose for some reason. But this side is just like it's okay, but it's still kind of loose as well. Um, but yeah, let me go ahead and do some size comparisons, and it'll be the end of the video. All right, so for a very brief period, I was like, I don't have any other ROH figures, and then I forgot I have a lot of either I have a lot of figures of past Ring of Honor wrestlers or people who have actually had a Ring of Honor like run with Ring of Honor, but I will be making some size comparisons to each of them in regards to like past opponents or like past ROH stars. But so firstly, to compare the both of them themselves, Nigel's actually a teeny bit taller than Jerry Lynn, which I actually think does make somewhat sense. I think Jerry Lynn wasn't tall, but he wasn't short either. Like, he was like around like maybe 6 foot or so, maybe 5'10". But yeah, Nigel does stand a bit taller than he does. So firstly, to compare to other ROH World Champions, here he is next to a modified Unmatched Series 8 ROH era CM Punk. This one has I switched out the legs that he had with more proper ones, like more proper boot ones. But yeah, this one he does stand tall, stand similarly to Punk right here. Here he is next to the only 3-time ROH World Champion, the Target exclusive Adam Cole. Long ass neck on him, but he stand. My God, okay. He does stand a head taller a little bit than Cole right here. Here is Nigel McGuiness next to the Elite 59 Kurt Angle. For people who don't know, Nigel was in TNA very briefly as Desmond Wolfe, and he had a really good match series with Kurt Angle. I think he was like his first rivalry when he signed with the company proper. But yeah, he does stand a head taller than Kurt right here. And of course, you can't make a Nigel McGuinness without having a Bryan Danielson for him to wrestle. I don't own the Jazwares Vault one, but I do own one of the last elites that Daniel Bryan ever did get in the WWE line. And he does stand they stand somewhat in height. Nigel again is like a head taller, which I do think does work the scaling. So this is like one of the better scaled AEW figures. As far as Jerry Lynn goes, here he is next to the Ultimate Edition Seth Rollins right here. I know like that's a very random comparison, but they did wrestle each other when Jerry Lynn was in his later Ring of Honor run. And if you stand them up, yeah, Seth Rollins does stand a little bit bigger than he does. Here he is next to one of his TNA rivals, that being AJ Styles, specifically the Ultimate Edition version of AJ Styles right here. There. So once again, AJ does stand. Actually, no, they stand somewhat around the same height. He's just ahead, very like by little. He is a little bit taller. And then here he is next to the Toy Biz TNA Sacrifice 2-pack Samoa Joe right here. But yeah, Samoa Joe stands a lot bigger than he does right here. There. Here he is next to the Toy Biz Rivals 2-pack Homicide, which is Homicide's only proper figure he's gotten right here. And his leg is not wanting to be straight at all, so he has this like weird angle to him. And then for a final comparison, here he is next to the very first Ring of Honor World Champion, Low Ki, which actually I think this is probably the best scale right here. I think he works very well on scale with him. But overall, for this 2-pack, for $50, I think you deserve a little bit more if you're gonna spend $50 on 2 figures, especially on 2 figures that most likely we're not going to be getting again, especially Jerry Lynn. But if you're somebody who's a fan of Ring of Honor, if you're a fan of Jerry Lynn, a big fan of Nigel McGuinness, highly recommend. I guess I could recommend these. These are the best Nigel and Jerry Lynn figures that you're probably gonna get. Especially Jerry Lynn. Like I said, I think in my opinion, Jerry Lynn is going to be the star of the 2-pack. Like I said, very good head sculpt and just like an overall pretty decent figure. Nigel, not bad himself. I think he will be like one of the sleeper figures of this entire um, Jazwares Vaults line. But yeah, that is it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you like to see more wrestling videos, I hope to do some more of them soon. I really want to get my hands on the Jazwares Vault, Briscoe Brothers, or any of the Ultimates that have been coming out, or any of the other like the Supreme collections. Would really like to get my hands on a lot of those. But anyway, hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you all later.